Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Way of the Brush. With me, your host, Kris, aka Mini Wargamer Kris, aka the Name Butcher. Way of the Brush, the most informative 120 minutes on the internet on the wargaming lifestyle. We'll talk about painting, terrain, conversions, everything under the sun. If you're a first-time viewer, we usually delve into a lot of painting talk, as well as a lot of what's under the sun, meaning no topics barred. We'll talk about anything, everything, you name it. And the weather, movies, who knows? We'll just, whatever craziness pops into our heads, we're going to talk about it. But of course, if you are attending live, you can always ask your questions in the chat, and myself or the monkeys will most likely answer your question. And of course, you can always ask your questions, if we're not live. You can send your questions to Kris@miniwargaming.com. It's in the description below. Of course, you can also join us on waythebrush.com. And that is basically the central hub of all this silliness. That will be links to Discord, Instagram, Twitter, some other stuff. Oh, Facebook. Yeah. And of course, it also has a link to the t-shirts. So you can wear a t-shirt just like me, or there's other styles as well. Same with like it'll have the little monkey, and you get a shirt with him on there as well. And of course they help support the cause, all that, and yeah. Oh, and of course everybody who buys a shirt, Monkey Shrine, please. You know, I need more monkeys in the Monkey Shrine. It's not going to be a complete shrine until I have all the monkeys. I collect all the monkeys. Not that I'm collecting the monkeys, but I'm collecting them. Yeah, why not? Let's just say I'm collecting them. I'm collecting monkeys. I'm collecting them. So, of course, if you are attending live and you're asking your questions, the monkeys most likely will answer, or myself, if I don't get to it. And of course, what monkeys are joining us today is Twitchy Kranos. Hey, everybody. Fear School, morning. George Hintz over on Twitch, 3 minutes late. You're 3 minutes late, or I was 3 minutes late? I'm never late. I arrive precisely when I mean to. Old Man Logan, hey Twitchy, Fear, Kris, hey y'all, hey y'all. Charlie McCoy, hey Kris, hey monkeys, hope your guys are well. I hope our guys are well too. Dark Commission, hi Kris, hi folks. Sofa Bear, hey. Tavo, hey yo. Aaron Siege, hello. Hi, Kris and monkeys. Ebb and Flow, sup everybody. G Squared, hi y'all. Did I miss anything? You did not miss a single thing. Well, you might have missed one thing. No, you didn't miss anything. Johnny Chop Shop, morning brush junkies. Junkies, jockeys, not junkies. That's something different. Matt Batiston. How come you're going by that? Morning, everyone. Don't you usually go by a different handle? No? George Hintz, you. Oh, it was me. I'm late. Never. I'm never late. Like I said, I arrive precisely when I mean to. Kevin Cabal, hey y'all. Hey y'all. Is that everybody? You got everybody going right now? Yeah, everybody's going right now. Everything's going. Everything looks good. This thing keeps telling me I gotta do keyframes. I thought I did that already. Apparently not. I'm not gonna mess with it now. I'll mess with it later. Maybe. Possibly. Probably not. Johnny's Chop Shop, Supreme Monkey Overlord. How do you thin ink, not dilute it? How do you thin ink and not dilute it? Well, that's almost an impossibility. As you thin, you dilute, right? But maybe you're looking for not using water. Now you can use, so for example, if you're using, say, GW Shade Wash, you can use Lamy and Medium to thin it, right? To dilute it, and not. But are you talking about keeping that saturation? You want it thinner, but keeping the saturation? I don't think that's possible, because the ink is about as thin as it can get. It's as thin as water almost, right? It's got the consistency almost of water. So I really don't think that's what you're asking. So yeah, I would use medium. Use a very thin medium. If it's something else you're using, like drawing ink, yeah, you probably could still use like a thinning ink that runs like water. Liquitex makes a thin acrylic thinner. Airbrush thinners are all really thin and watery. Get an airbrush thinner. If that's what you're asking about, Johnny, I'm not 100% sure, because like I said, when you thinning an ink and not diluting it, it's kind of an impossibility. So yeah. Totem Lord, hi all. Gonna be a bit late today. Had to cycle home in a thunderstorm, so need to clean up. But wouldn't you be all clean from like the wind and the water? I think you'd be clean. It works for me. Clumsy Juggler, hello everybody. Matt, yeah, normally I go by Drukari Ferrari, but YouTube always signs me in under my Google account, which is my name for professional purposes. Well, you got to remain professional. I completely understand. I mean, I know I wouldn't want, you know, some guy snapping some rubber gloves going, all right, I'm Dr. Drukari Ferrari. I'm gonna need you to turn your head and cough. Because no, that's not the scenario I want to hear. That's not what I want to be in. No, not at all. That's definitely not where I want to be. Jim White, good morning. Good morning. G2 is Lamy and Medium just acrylic medium elsewhere? Yes, Lamy and Medium is just acrylic medium. It's Lamy and Medium. It's a really thin, watery medium, and it's really good for thinning GW colors, because GW colors are thick and a heavy body paint, and so it's a thinner, waterier paint, and it thins it out very nicely. Versus like colors like Scale 75 and Vallejo, Reaper, you know, acrylic lines like that, Army Painter, stuff like that. They don't really need thinning as much, but oftentimes we often use thinners because we're oftentimes glazing, and so, you know, that's why we often use a lot of thinners with those. Lord Krabby, holy man, Lord Krabby, sup Kris, been a while. Yes, I see that. Well, welcome, Lord Krabby. Old man Logan, unfortunately we cannot take you seriously at Matt using your professional name, Drukari. Anthony B, hey Kris, I had you laughing pretty hard at my Seinfeld sponge references in the live stream. Yeah, that was pretty good. I don't think everybody got that one, but that's fine, because I probably would have got us in trouble. G2, maybe you could thin your ink with the same colored ink. That's just adding more ink. That's not thinning it. That's just adding more. G2, Kris, already with the cough jokes. Well, Matt is. That's Matt. That's Matt's profession. Turn your head and cough. Yeah, Matt says he doesn't think people would like that. No, I don't think so. Especially too, like what does it say about, you know, a doctor who identifies with Dark Eldar and homunculi, right? I mean, you know, what does that say? I mean, it would even concern me, you know, a doctor who identified with Orc Pain Boys. You know what I mean? Like, it is. I'll go see Dr. Johnson down the hall. John Shop at Kris. Thank you. That did help. Okay, awesome. I wasn't 100% sure where we were going with that one, but okay, good. I'm glad it made sense to you. Ebb and flow. I swear I'm sponge-worthy. Matt, what's on the painting table these days? Well, I've been working a lot on mini wargaming, doing the painting academy, getting that completed. Gonna take a little bit. Plus two, I'm on vacation now. I'm taking a week vacation, so you guys are actually cutting into my vacation time right now. But right now on my painting table is another Harley Quinn. What is this? The Star Reaver? Yeah, I'm doing it as a Star Reaver, so it's another Star Reaver because I'm going to do some color shift paint on it. So it's going to be cool. Kind of like the other one I did where it has the nail polish, but I'm going to use a different one, but similar colors, but not. So, yeah. I also have some beautiful fine cast scorpions cleaning up. I haven't finished them. I got 2 more to go in the box. Yeah, I got all sorts of crap on my desk here. Yeah. Hello. Don't you guys love these sprues? Like, what's wrong with that? That's just fantastic. I love seeing all those channels and everything like that. That's great. And carefully cutting them away and then realizing it was a detail. That's fantastic. And sarcasm. But yeah, so right now that's on the painting table. Oh, and then I also did 2 more Farseer on jet or Warlocks on jet bikes, and I also have my 2 boxes of the Get Started. You know, so I got these 2 boxes. I'm gonna try and get hammer through these to the holidays. Well, my holidays. But yeah. Aaron Seach, paging Dr. Jakari. I'd never want to page Dr. Jakari, some nasty old homunculus to show up. Yeah, exactly. The big claw hands, and you know, he's got the tiny little arm over here. Here's my strong hand. You know, and then he's got like all sorts of claws and syringes. No thanks. Oh, I'm getting itchy just thinking about it. Anthony B, the Iron Maiden poster in the back. Yes, I hope you have a chance to see them live. Amazing show. I would love to catch Iron Maiden live. Yeah, that was one of those 3D relief pieces. He's a sculpture right there, and then it's all picture, and then it's got a nice big frame to it. Yeah. I know. I realize that it's not the usual dress up I have in the office. I got to get some more because I have another Iron Maiden poster I want to put up. Probably go up here. Might go up over there once I get rid of Maryland. Because I mean, normally when I do the show, right, I'm doing the show at this kind of perspective, right? Kind of see things, and Maryland's in behind over there. But anyway, I'm pretty sure you guys don't care. I mean, I'm taking a guess here, but I'm pretty sure you don't care. Lord Krabby, Kris, is this your new office, or are you at home? Been a while. Yes, I'm at home. This is my lair. I've been doing the show lately. Last I think 5 episodes, 5 or 6, I think. I've been doing them from my home, my lair, my command center. Mainly because my wife, she's been working early on Saturdays, and so because normally I would just she didn't work Saturdays or she'd work late, and so I just get dropped off at the office and I do the show from my office, right? But I actually kind of like being home and doing it from home, and it makes me want to dress up my lair more and make it more man-cave-ish. Of course, I can't really do it like proper man cave because my daughter's in here all the time too. So, because she's always fiddling around on the computers and stuff, and yeah, playing her Minecraft and Sims and I don't know, playing her games anyway. G Squared, what does it say about you who identifies with Dark Eldar? Ooh, yeah, what does it say? He likes playing Dark Eldar. Try not to read too much into it, right? Dark Commission, I've discovered the reason I've had problems shaking up some Scale 75 paints is that they use a gel medium. Was thinking of adding a drop of thinner to the offending bottles. What do you think? Sure. Wouldn't hurt. I would use a generic brand. Well, not generic brand, but like, like Golden or Liquitex or Vallejo. You use Vallejo thinner. It should be all fine. John J. Painting Academy. Yes, Mini Wargaming. If you're a Vault member, you may have noticed that we have not had steady painting videos in the last like 2 weeks. That's because I've been working on retooling the series, retooling painting videos, creating something new for new painters. Now, this is actually, new painters is probably not even the right term, because it's for somebody who's just getting into this painting hobby. So they're just getting into it, and they don't have a friggin' clue as to what to do. And this is going to be for them. So, yeah, this is going to be for them. And basically, because right now, and Matt put this in a way that I really liked, was like with quick tips. I had built a lake. I've built a lake of information, of painting videos. It's an entire lake of painting videos, and and every day, each quick tip, I've been adding a cup of water to it every day. And so now, let's use the lake. We have this huge base of information. Let's use it, right? And so that's where we're at. So that's the plan. And you know, like I said, like quick tips plus all the other painting videos in there that we have, huge amount of information in our vault that we are just not utilizing. We're just not utilizing. I mean, it's a draw, right? But we're not utilizing it, and so that's the goal now. Is we're gonna use it. Congo. Oh snap! Chris got a haircut. Yeah, I got a haircut about 3-4 months ago. Thanks for keeping up, Congo. Old man Logan, do you have an agitator in the bottles? Back commission? I think he's going to. Matt, ooh, I love the color shift Harlequins. Yeah. Matt Hoser over on Twitch. Canadian flags, yay. Canada. Jim White, and then we experienced lag. Oh, are we getting lag again? See, I didn't think so, because today I hardwired this computer. This computer's hardwired. There's no Wi-Fi signals in my house. Well, there are, but I mean, not for this computer. We're hardwired into the internet. And I'm not seeing any drop frames. Everything's going pretty normal. The bit rate's pretty normal for restreaming. The way this program interprets the stream, yeah. I don't know. Oh, you know what it is too, probably. I'm pumping out at 1920 by 1080. I'm going full 1080p here. That's what it is. Because usually when I'm doing it from home, I'm only going 720. Some of you may not notice, or care, but either way, yeah, that's probably what it is. I bet you if I turn that down, this would get a lot better. And I also figure out what the keyframing was. Whatever the keyframing was, I don't know. Old man Logan, I have scale 75 agitators in my bottles and never had the issue with scale 75. Ebb and Flow, Chris, sweet maiden art at your station? I coerced my kids to grab the maiden HeroClix bags years ago. They couldn't care less. I have the Trooper HeroClix. I win. Very cool. That's awesome. Do people still collect HeroClix? I don't even know. Old man Logan, I don't have the entire line, so maybe it's an issue with certain colors. I have almost all the colors. I haven't had any issues with scale 75. I don't even have agitator in my bottles. I should have agitators in my bottles. Do I have my paints here? No, I don't. They're upstairs. Yeah, I should have agitators in mine. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll go pick some agitators this weekend. Or this week. I'm off. I'm on holidays, man. Man, I enjoyed myself. I took it easy yesterday. Sat in my backyard. Reclined, enjoyed the nice cool air because it's been so damn hot around here. Whew. Old man Logan, does anybody else video stream hung in YouTube? Yeah, I don't know. I'm watching YouTube. I'm watching Twitch. Both seem okay. Like I said though, it might be because I'm broadcasting on 1080. And I don't think maybe my network likes 1080, or my internet speed. It handles it, but I don't think it likes it too much. I guess. I don't know. And I forgot to set the keyframes on this. That could also be it too. But as far as my encoder is concerned, 0 drop frames. So there's nothing as far as, and everything about my computer is running below 30%. So we're not pushing anything hard. Anyway, Anthony B, here is the heavy hitting question: favorite Iron Maiden album? Oof. Oof. Man, Seventh Son? Yeah, I think Seventh Son. Maybe Somewhere in Time. Fear of the Dark's good though. No, I'd have to say Seventh Son. It's probably my favorite. It just all the songs just kind of, you know, you can just sit there and just, you know, peace out on and just listen to the whole album. Yeah, probably Seventh Son. Stream froze. Reset. Yeah. So all I can say is reset, because I have both streams running, just so I know if things are, you know, awry. And yeah, everything's fine. Jim White, Maryland is behind the door. Hopefully not with a weapon, but a paintbrush. I am just going to... Oh, old man Logan switched over to Twitch. He's on Twitch and YouTube. Jim White fitting around. Does she play violin? I don't know. Aqua, there he is. I'm here. Like the new setup. Well, I don't know if this will be a setup we keep. It all depends. I kind of like having my monitor, well, it's my old TV behind me with my, you know, Way of the Brush image in behind. I kind of like that setup, but honestly, I just didn't feel like turning everything around. That's the only reason why I'm at this angle right now, is I didn't feel like turning everything around. I know that sounds really lame, right? Anthony B, what happened to Janine? Oh, I mean, where are you, Janine? Why? What happened to her? I wasn't aware anything happened. I know with our retooling of things, there might have been some changes. So maybe Janine's onto another project. I don't know. She might have been let go. I don't know. I can't say. Old man Logan, a lake. It is a veritable ocean of information. Yes. I like the lake analogy though better, because I mean, pouring a cup of water into an ocean just seems really overkill, whereas a lake, you know, it's a good sized body of, I mean, and a pond wasn't big enough to convey, you know, the gravity of it. Jim White, and now a trolling question, Chris. Are you going to use binoculars to try and see Asteroid 4 Vista tonight? No. What the hell's Asteroid 4 Vista? Send me an email on that. Because, yeah. Why would I try and use binoculars? I mean, I've got a camera with a nice big zoom lens. It might capture something. Probably not, because if it's moving, then it'll probably just be a streak in the lens if I take a picture with it. No, send me a link on what that is and where we should be looking. Should we be looking towards the moon in the early night? Because I saw a red object in the sky. I assumed it was Mars, but when I was looking, what is that? South? Yeah, I was looking south. The moon was still coming up. It was still early in the evening. It was like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and 12 o'clock rock. And I saw a red object in the sky, which wasn't moving, but it was a bright red object. I assumed it was Mars, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, send me some links, Jim, on this, because yeah, if we're supposed to see something in the night sky, I want to see it. I'd have to drive out of town though, because we get a lot of light pollution around here, so I'd have to drive out of town to get a good view. Congo, I haven't been able to catch a show in a while. Well, welcome back. You have a lot of episodes to catch up on. Old Man Logan, yes, the new haircut. Kris is much faster than down to 25 seconds in a 100-meter dash. Paints with the speed of an unholy demon. Unholy? Unholy. As opposed to a holy demon? Are there holy demons? Can you be possessed by a holy demon? Oh, praise me, holy demon. No, they're always unholy, right? By definition of demon, because you don't say God sent his favorite demons to take care of the children. That sounds very sinister, doesn't it? So, yeah, I mean, like, does unholy demon, that almost seems unnecessary. Anyway. John J. Kris, the Paint Academy sounds awesome. I'm a Vault member, but searching for videos is a pain in the butt. Yes, and that we are addressing that. Please give us time. Basically, what's going to end up happening is once I'm probably mostly settled into the Painting Academy, getting most of those modules and everything ready. Because basically, it's going to be like a lesson plan, right? So that's kind of what we're aiming for. But anyway, and then with the quick tips. I'm pretty much the only person who can go back and properly tag the quick tips so that the search engine sees them all properly. Going by, you know, colors used, brands, techniques, and, you know what I mean, model, and, you know what I mean, all those things will get tagged. And the amazing thing is that when I'm looking at the big list of quick tips and I go back to the first ones, I still remember that those first ones like it was yesterday. What I did, and you know what I mean, which is kind of weird because I mean quick tips have been going since 2013. Yeah, I think 2013. Quick tips. It's going a while. Anywho, I'm just saying everything. Aaron Seach, Fear of the Dark. Yeah, Aqua, Beast of the Beast, Beast of the Beast, Best of the Beast even. Yeah, Best of the Beast. The Best of the Beast is good for getting into Iron Maiden. If you're not that into Iron Maiden and you're like, oh, like what's a really great album? Well, it's kind of, you know, there's so many albums and it's kind of hard for a lot of people who are fans who are trying to get you into Iron Maiden. Whereas you say, you know what, just listen to this. This is Best of the Beast. This is their greatest hits. Listen to that, and then you get a real good feeling for them. And you go, okay, well, let me check out this album. Let me check out this album. Let me check out this album. You know what I mean? And you'll be listening for hours and hours and hours and hours. That's the beauty of Iron Maiden. And the thing about Iron Maiden is that, you know, they're still going. They're still going. That's amazing to me, you know? And, I mean, because it's not like the guys, you know, were, you know, health junkies or, you know what I mean? Like they're still at it. They're still pretty active. Like Bruce Dickinson he still can carry a tune and, you know. Yeah, it would be great to see them live. I wish I could have saw them when I was younger. But yeah. Anyway. Old Man Logan, stream is fine since those hitches, Kris. All is well now. Yeah, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Like I said, I can only see what's happening on my end, and my end, everything is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Aaron Seach, the best live album is Life After Death. Tavo, stream seems good. Yeah. Congo, my favorite Iron Maiden album is Dance of Death. Got that one on Pie Plate. Oh, really? Mr. Lee, Mini Wargamer Lee. Yeah, he just picked up a huge box set of Iron Maiden, all on vinyl. I was almost jelly. But then I realized that I didn't have a vinyl player. Why would I be jelly? Why would I get jealous for him getting this kick-ass collector's edition full Iron Maiden set? Why would I be jealous? You know, I don't even have a record player. I mean, why would I care? Don't even care. Don't even care. Congo, but currently no record player. Well, why'd you get it? Why'd you get the album? Man, I mean, like, what the F? WTF? Old Man Logan, Kris, what is that rattle can behind you? It looks like it's labeled H2O latex. What do you use that for? What do I use it for? What do I use it for? I don't know. It's been sitting on my shelf for ages. Still fluid. I can still hear it. Oh, you know what I was using this for? No, I don't know. I got that's an old Citadel Purity seal. Hey, there's still liquidy in there. Pretty good. What do we got here? Army Painter Wolf Gray. Oh, you know what? I think I bought that for when I was going to do my terrain board. And I had water sections running through it and everything. I think that's what that was for. Because I wanted something that was going to dry with a smooth seal. Yeah. And I was trying that out. I don't think I've ever used that can though. I can't say. But yeah, some Army Painter, some Wolf Gray, just because. All you Titan fans, you should read this book. This is a fun one. It's a little bit thick, but it's so darn good. Here, I'll read you a passage. Banners and flags were everywhere, brandished, waving, draped from the hab balconies, lowered down from the front elevations of the state buildings, aquillas, cogs, and emblems of the guard and the fleet, the austere insignias of the Minotaur, the gaudy banneroles of the merchant houses, public placards proudly denoting particular hive quarters and trades, the crests of nobility, the quirky motifs of artisan guilds and trade associations, the solemn brands of colleges and academic brotherhoods, even the dark, dismaying standards of the Orstian Ordos. Yeah, you probably don't even have a freaking clue as to what that paragraph was about. It was describing though, like all who were gathered in the area. I'm pretty sure that's how that in that part of the book. Anyway, Anthony B. Seventh Son is good. Power Slave is my favorite. Power Slave, yeah. I know it's hard, man. It's hard. Matt Hoser, get a wob poster made. Never mind the TV. A wob poster. What's a wob? Oh, you mean Way of the Brush poster? Is that what you mean? Way of the Brush poster? Sure. The whole band Logan finds one of the Great Lakes. Yeah. Old Man Logan, were you drinking when you saw that red object, Kris? What? 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 Sorry, I skipped ahead a little bit here. So we're way behind. Oh, Jim White. Asteroid 4 Vista should be easy target through the binoculars or telescope this weekend as the bright moon moves away from the minor planets home in southern... I don't know what that word is. Ophiuchus? You probably said it wrong, but I mean, hey, name butcher. With binoculars, start at magnitude 2.4 ETA, and then drop south one field to magnitude 4.4. This evening, magnitude 6.3 Vista lies. Yeah, I ain't gonna see that. And you know what? I'm not a hardcore sky watcher. Those coordinates, that's all Greek to me. You know what I mean? Like, just tell me, am I looking southwest, south by southwest? You know, up a couple inches? Like, where am I looking? Because I mean, telling me, you know, yeah, all that's Yeah, I don't. That's. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not like. I'm not that smart. Oh man. Where am I? Sorry, I'm skipping ahead some of these questions here. Yeah, I don't even know what we're talking about at this point here. I don't know. Twitchy Kranos, Kris, did you ever start making the foam Space Marine helmet again? I have not. Actually, Adam, Greenleaf Terrain Adam, he had mentioned that maybe we partner up and you know, sit together and work together. And I thought that was an excellent idea. We just haven't had time to sit down and, you know, work out some times and, you know, when to actually get to it. But it's probably not going to be till like winter time, when, you know what I mean, when you're indoors more often and, you know, you're looking for activities to do, kind of thing. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I do want to get started again. It's just, you know, a lot of other projects I want to do, and I'm gonna try. Like, I've only got this month to get. I brought it home was my the turtle for Deepkin that I'm gonna try and get done for a painting competition in September. So it's basically only a month. But I did my last crystal brush piece in a month, so, and that was some heavy converting and creating stuff. And whereas this one, I'm just gonna kind of reshape some parts and stuff like that. So shouldn't be that big. But the question for my piece though is, I want to do a tidal wave, and yeah, I have ideas on how I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna say on here because then I want nobody stealing my idea. I'll tell you guys afterwards when I'm done. Old Man Logan, audiobooks by Kris, unabridged. Yeah. Jim White, Titan fans, I thought you liked Steelers. Haha. Yeah, Steelers. Yeah, we're not Titan fans. Why? Where do you see Titans? Where do you see Titans? I don't see any Titans. What are you talking about? Oh, Titans. It's the books. Titanic is not. It's not the sports. You're freaking me out, man. You're freaking me out. Aqua, episode 213, story time with Kris, featuring a thick book. A thick book? It's thick. Oh, man. Jim Roy. Good reading, Kris. Anthony B. Hooked on phonics. Yeah, hooked on phonics. Hooked on phonics worked for me. Oh man, am I all caught up on the messages here? Sweet. Whoa. What? Huh? Piss off. Anyway. Matt Hoser. He uses that H2O latex for Kinky Fridays. That's why it's still full. So I use it for my Fridays, but I've never used it. It's not making a lot of sense, buddy. Jim White, I saw them in your office. The Titans? The Tennessee Titans? Is that what you're, like, man, you're messing with me. What are you talking about? There's no Tennessee Titans in my office. Oh, hey. You guys remember this one? Can I get it on my ear? Can I? I think I can. Haha! It's not fitting right, but need a little help getting it on my ear. Is that right? It's a little better. I can't tell. Anyway. Too bad Jim wasn't here. Jim would freak out. I got pointy ears. You actually don't see a lot of elves with short hair, do you? Matt Hoser, kinky was the key word. Is there Bailey's Night Coffee today? You'll never know. Anthony, I'm so ready for football season this year. Yeah, we're getting kind of antsy around here too. We've been watching CFL. CFL is good. If you want some football and you need some hard-hitting football, CFL. In fact, CFL, they hit harder than NFL. Believe me. You say, oh no, American football, they hit really hard. No, they're restricting a lot of the hits in NFL. CFL, they clobber the crap out of each other. Watch some CFL if you want to enjoy some hard-hitting football. Dark Commission, episode 213. What's going on here then? Oh, that was so corny. what time we at here? Holy man, it's already quarter to 1. Jeez Louise. CW Kreiner, any suggestions for making custom transfers? I'm too scared to try and freehand my knight's crests. Okay, for making your own custom transfers, all you're gonna need are it's like photo paper. You can also find some transfer papers as well. I think you can find them at Walmart and stuff. If not, you'll find them in most office supply stores. You'll find transfers. You'll need a printer and design. So you make your own design on the computer. You print it out on the printer on the transfer paper. Print it out, and then you grab a can of like hairspray or any kind of really acrylic sealant. Like, I wouldn't use art coat, but they often recommend hairspray, and I've always used hairspray, so I've always done it, and it's worked. But use hairspray, and you seal it. You give about 2 light coats, and then you can cut your transfers out and apply them to your miniatures. And that's homemade, homemade transfers, really fast. That's a fast way of describing it to you. Totem Lord, email time? Yes, it is getting to email time. Sir Peanut Butter, I show up late and Kris is in Eldar. It's going to be one of those days. Anthony B, CFL is good. They don't only show a lot of the games down in Nevada. Yeah, it's kind of hard, unless you have like satellite or something like that, right? You can get all the games. See, obviously we're in Canada, so we get all the games. We get all the NFL games and all CFL games. You know, of course, too, Canada's really been watching Manziel. That we've been watching the progress of Manziel. He went to Hamilton, played for the Wildcats for a little bit, didn't get enough playing time, so now apparently he's up in Montreal. So we'll see what happens there. Aaron Seach, I miss playing football. Played semi-pro for almost 10 years. Really? I didn't know that. I mean, you look like you played football for a long time, but I assumed like back in your college days or something like that. But yeah, really. What position did you play? I'm willing to bet like center. Lord Krabby or Blood Bowl. Yes, a Blood Bowl. Can always play some Blood Bowl. If you need some football, you can always play some Blood Bowl. Mad Hoser, transfer paper on Amazon. Yeah, you can order some transfer paper. I'm pretty sure you can get it like Staples and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you can find transfer paper there. Old Man Logan, CFL, sacrilege, Kris. But I will check it out. CFL, yeah, well, because it starts sooner than NFL. And the Grey Cup, I mean, the Grey Cup is already 100. It's 100 seasons of Grey Cup. Like, it's kind of, that strikes me as kind of amazing. That Canadian football has been doing their Super Bowl longer than Americans have, you know? Just one of those things. Matt Hoser, I have too much. LOL, I got some for Custom Eldar. The miscellaneums. What's up, Kris? First time catching you live, but I've been binging your videos the past week or so. Thanks for all you do. Well, thank you. The miscellaneums. I can feel like a bit of drool coming down as I'm trying to pronounce that. Miscellaneums. There we go. No, apparently I was just drooling. Miscellaneums. There we go. Apparently it was just plain old drool. Andy Clark, 2 thin coats. Yeah, just 2 thin coats, man. That's all it takes. I still use hairspray to do transfers. I just use the hairspray. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure an gloss acrylic sealant would probably work just as well. But yeah, I always use hairspray though. Board Game Maniacs! What's up, Kris? What's up, Board Game Maniacs? I don't think I've ever read that name before. Welcome. welcome. Matt Hoser, make sure you get the right one for your printer type. Remember, you can't print white. Yes, you need an emulsion printer to print white. So if the design is going to be white, not happening. You're going to have to go out to either go out and buy an emulsion printer or go to a service like Fallout Hobbies. Fallout Hobbies, he does white transfers. And I was thinking about picking up some transfers from him because he can print white. So... yeah, but you need an emulsion printer to print white. Old Man Logan. Well, I played semi-amateur football for a year, so there is that. Really? You played too, old man? Wow. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that there's so many Americans that played football at some point in their lives, right? Matt Hoser, I got an actual decal transfer paper for laser printers. That's harder to find. And how does that help? You gonna send it to him? Mail it to him. Van Ellis, hello, Monkey Lord. Late joining the show. It's okay. I haven't even gotten to the email portion yet. And I think we're going to be doing your email first, because that's the way we're doing it. Aaron Siege, defensive tackle and some defense end, but I'm short for end. Just used me as a pass rusher for a big guy. I was actually pretty fast. 4.7 on the 40-yard. Man, that's pretty freaking fast, man. There's nothing scarier than a fast, heavy ball of lead. I'm not saying that Aaron's heavy. I'm just, he's a big dude. Board Game Maniacs. What were the paint pens you told me about at work again? I'm going to be drawing on my minis. Board Game Maniacs. It's me, Kris. Rob from Mini Wargaming. LOL. Oh, right, Board Game. Right, it's Rob. Rob, the pens. The pens? The paint pens? Like for Gundams? Was that what we were talking about? Because I know, I don't remember what paint pens we were talking about. So I know we were talking about something, because Liquitex sells pens that are essentially just paint. But I don't recall us having a conversation about pens. Or unless you're talking about the fine nib pens to do the panel lines. Is that what you're talking about? Because all you need is you just go to like Staples or whatever and find the really, really fine nibbed pens. Little felt pens. Find those. They're really fine. They're technical. They're often used in architecture and stuff like that. But they're really fine nib. You should be able to find them there. If that's the pens we were talking about. I don't remember the conversation about paint pens. Paint pens. Yeah, I don't remember it, dude. Old Man Logan, semi-amateur, LOL. Basically, in one year in high school, I was too laid back to ever get the proper mindset to excel at the game. Yeah, same here. I used to play sports when I was younger, and then in school I was did really well in track and field. I was really, really fast, 100 meter and 80 meters. Got city records actually for those ones. And shot put. Yeah. Then I went into wrestling in high school. And I don't know, I just, after a while, you know, I found wrestling girls was better than wrestling boys. So, yeah, there we go. Mikey Egan talking about Gundam paint markers? Yeah, possibly, but I don't know. Don't remember the actual name of it. Yeah, I don't know what the name is for it, but if you just type in Gundam paint marker, you'll get a whole list of things. I think Tamiya produces a line of paint markers. John J, I used to be a tight end. Now I'm wide receiver. I think that's a joke about his girth. Board Game Maniacs. Yes, that's it. The very fine tips. That's it. Okay. Yeah, you should be able to hit the Staples and just find the fine tip markers. And those will be perfect for just panel lining. If that's what you want the markers for. Or freehanding designs. It's also really good for that too. Ben Ellis, if you're in the UK, W. Smiths do a .05 preeminent pen for very fine lines. There you go. Oh, permanent, not preeminent. Oh, it's permanent, not preeminent. That sounded a little hoity-toity to me, too. We're making the preeminent pens. I don't know why I busted into the Martian there, but... yes. Working on some pens. Old Man Logan, you gotta use different techniques when you wrestle girls. No, you can still suplex them. Dark Commission, I don't do sports. Cooking with chicks was better than showering with blokes. Yeah. That's why I've always had those breaks in my painting life, in my hobby lifetime. Because basically my hobby was my between, right? And so, yeah. Ben Ellis, autocorrect strikes again. Yeah. Preeminent pen. Look at my pen, it's just preeminent. Old Man Logan, check out Micron pens at Michael's. Okay, there we go. So, Board Game Maniacs, check that out. Go to Michael's and look for Micron pens. They're pretty good for freehanding, script, etc. Clumsy Juggler says Pigma Micron is one of the common types for technical pens. There we go. See? Like I said, myself or the monkeys, man. Monkeys. Because I can't be everywhere at once, but the monkeys can. But that's why we all come together and we combine our efforts like Voltron. It's like we're like all the lions coming together and we make, you know, Voltron. I don't know what I'm talking about there, but anyway. The voice of the Emperor. I'm late, but I got caught in a thunderstorm. But at least you're all clean now, right? I mean, you got like, you know, the wind and the rain. You're all clean. It was a crap joke before, and it's a crap joke again. I know. Mikey Egan, was the hobby your mistress to girls, or girls the mistress to your hobby? Aha! There we go. That is the question, Mikey. Really. Was the hobby your mistress to girls, or girls the mistress to the hobby? Well, I've been married 20 plus years, and my job now is painting miniatures, so it's really not a hobby anymore. I've got other hobbies now. Not other hobby. I mean, I still do my hobby, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's more fun if girls are my mistress. I think it's more fun. That way that'll piss the old lady off. Yeah, that'll probably piss her off, actually. Ben Ellis, when wrestling, careful with the pile driver. Careful with the pile driver. Anthony B, episode 213, suplexing chicks and taking names. Yeah, hi. Alright, we'll use it. We'll use it. You win. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Oh, man. You know what? It really kind of surprises me. I was recently having a convo with like Ash and Owen, and yeah, they illuminated me to some things about this whole internet game, about, you know, saying things, and, you know, I mean, what we write and what we say in videos, because, you know, YouTube will jump down your throat and stuff like that. And so I don't know. I think if it's for comedy, it should stand. If it's for comedy, it should stand. It's not like I have a political agenda here and I'm advocating violence against women, which I'm not. It's a joke. Lighten up. Oh man. Okay, so that's the name of the show now. Aaron Seach, Kris just sent a couple pics of my playing days in Messenger. Oh, did you? Okay, I'll have to check them out. Mike Egan was going to say your wife is her own mistress. Says my wife is her own mistress. Yeah, if the hobby is my lady, then yeah. Jim White, dear Kris, have you ever airbrushed outside using acrylic paints? Outside? No, because I mean, it's like even when you're using like a rattle can spray can, and you're just out in the open. You know what I mean? You're gonna get like lots of wind, crosswind, stuff like that, and the spray's gonna be all over the place. You're better off always kind of finding, little box, little thing, spray. Airbrushing, it's a much more controlled thing. Same with spray cans. Like the only way it really works for like say for example like graffiti artists, because they spray so close to the surface when they're going, right? Whereas our needs, we're usually only staying within this 12-inch range from our piece, right? We're not really close in when we're spraying. You don't want to do that, right? Because you're going to flood details. So, yeah. But otherwise, yeah. No, I've never airbrushed outside. I've felt no inkling to do it. In fact, I can only see bad things happening because, well, for one, you got to drag all your equipment outside. Two, you're a slave to the wind kind of thing, right? I mean, whichever way the wind's going to blow, it's going to knock your airflow around and, change, how the particles are falling. And yeah, so, yeah. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Lord Krabby, 2 days later, Anita shows up after title. What? Who's Anita? Who's Anita? What? Huh? Matt Hoser messaging his wife now. Dear Mrs. B, Kris's mistress is Celestra Gray. That actually sounds like a stripper name. Celestra Gray. It sounds like a girl. It sounds like a stripper who's been in the game for a while. Celebrating her 80th birthday. Give a warm welcome to Celestra Gray. Oh man. Anthony B, female wrestlers are the toughest people on the planet. Yes, only a joke and never meant to offend. Of course. It's always a joke. We can't laugh at ourselves. Who can we laugh at? Right? I'm sitting here. I do this show for 2 hours every weekend just laughing at myself. Voice of the Emperor. We were on the internet, have no sense. We here on the internet have no sense of humor that we're aware of. Yeah, it's pretty much these days. Hey, Board Game Maniacs. I remember Josh saying something about playing the Brits for Team Yankee. So, if so, what color scheme were you going for? Don't know. That's why it was that was why it was a question at Board Game Maniacs. Jim White, thank heavens we get a low winds here in Idaho with low humidity. That's nice. Low winds though. Well, I mean, I imagine, I've never been to Idaho, so I can't say, but I often imagine Idaho being very flat. So you're heading out into the prairies at that point, aren't you? Totem Lord Kris, have you ever thought of painting your whole house as if it were a model? Because isn't that just the worst idea ever? Yes and no. Boring color schemes? Sure. Painting it exactly like a miniature would probably be weird and difficult. But for example, let's say for example, you had the idea of painting your entire house, say like Space Marines. So every room was a different chapter. Okay? So let's say for this room, it was done in mostly Blood Angels red, like a deep red. But you also had like angel wings with like a gemstone painted on the wall, Or you took that gold accenting and you did that for around the door frames, you know, the molding and stuff like that, and you know what I mean? And you just took the color schemes and incorporated them into, you know, into each room's design. Now, you didn't try and paint Space Marines all over the place, but you took that color scheme and did it. And so then you did every room in your house as a different chapter. It would be a very colorful house for the most part. Some of the metallic chapters would be kind of interesting to see on as far as the room's concerned. But, I mean, overall, I think that's kind of interesting. No? I'm thinking of a bright red room now myself. I can see it. Be interesting. It's an interesting idea. Totem Lord, it's not a bad idea. What is the worst idea ever? No, it's not the worst idea ever. It's a very interesting idea. Matt Hoser, geriatric stripper. Check out them knees. Mikey Egan, I want some of whatever is in Chris's coffee. Are you old enough? Are you of legal age? Dark Vision, bad 70s pop music, hair brushed outside with acrylic paints. Aaron Siege, Kris and Monkeys posted 2 pics in general Discord. Okay, cool. I don't have Discord up right now. Or wait, or do I? Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Look at that guy. You got the war paint on and everything. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome. That gets a okay by me. That's awesome, dude. Here, you know what? Let's can we really quickly switch this? Shoot, I don't think I can. No, not without messing something up. I'm sorry, Aaron. I can't show your tough guy picture here. That's awesome, dude. Though that's awesome. Thanks for sharing. Of course, if you don't know about our Discord channel, and why don't you? You can head over to Discord. Just go to wavetobrush.com, click the link for Discord, and you join in, sign in. Make sure you sign in the welcome area so that we can welcome you and say hi. Hello. Voice number. I think it means Anita Sarkeesian. Anita Sarkeesian. Who's that? I don't know who that is. Oh wait, is that the one for the how women are portrayed in video games? Is that the one? Man, it's amazing how that name keeps coming up lately. Anyway, yeah. Lord Krabby, not as Mornfang Brown for Mornfang Brown, not as bad as Mornfang Brown for a stripper name. No, that's but like a name like Warpstone Glow. Ooh, here comes Warpstone Glow. Kind of like Wild Rider Red. There's a whole image that comes in that pops into mind with that one. Of course, you don't want to be hanging with Screaming Skull, though. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be hanging with Screaming Skull. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Anthony B, with giggles like that, it's time for some THC coffee for sure. You might be onto something there. I mean, with Canada having legalized this stuff, I might switch from alcohol to THC-based things. Ramv, hi, monkeys, hi, Kris, hi, Ramv. Voice saver, yo. Totem Lord, I don't know, but Kris, you're actually making me like my house idea now. I'm serious. That actually would be really fun. I mean, you'd have to be, like in the best way possible, a total nerd to do it, but it'd be really fun. Especially if you could have, like, if you could just have the slight elements of like say for example, like the Blood Angels, right? You had, the deep red. Vermilion, and you had gold molding or like yellowish molding, right? And you had like occasionally like Hell, you even have skulls in the room. Why not? You know what I mean? Just skulls and, you know, make it look badass. I mean, if you're going to go all sorts of colors, you got to throw some skulls in there and make it badass. Some wings, you got to throw an Aquila in there somewhere. Make it look badass, right? Why not? Why not? Just make it all look freaking badass. Old Man Logan, time check. Ooh, crap, 10 minutes after 1. We haven't gotten to any emails yet either. And I have a whole bunch of emails to get through. Okay, we might just this last hour might be just me powering through emails, kids. No more silliness from you guys, just chat. Ben Ellis, I think if you painted your house in Harlequin theme, you would end up in a padded cell before the day is out. Yeah. The whole house? Again, I mean, you could take those colors and, you know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be as crazy, because you can always desaturate the colors. You can have checkers, you know, or diamonds on one wall while having like spades on another, and that wall is kind of a light off pink, and this wall is a light off yellow, and you know what I mean? And then you can have like you can, you know, you can play up the scheme, but play with the colors a little bit, because Harlequins now, the interpretation of Harlequins is wide open. Whereas before, previously, you know, Harlequins, we always thought of them as rainbow colors, as every possible color on the miniature. We always just, every damn color, right? I mean, if I did a Harlequin themed house, definitely Death Jester would be the bathroom. Wouldn't that be awesome? The Death Jester themed bathroom? That'd be freaking awesome. Yeah. Jim White, Idaho is a mountainous state broken up with valleys and few plains. Oh, okay. I thought it was more. See, again, I've never been there, so. And I've never really studied a map to like look at the topography and everything, so. Because I can't honestly, Jim, I just cannot imagine the next time I'm in Idaho, other than to visit Jim White. That's the only reason I think right now. That's the only reason I would go to Idaho, is to visit Jim White. And maybe any other viewers who are in Idaho. John Reed, my wife would love a Warhammer themed house. She'd probably get it in the divorce that would quickly fall. That's awful. Congo, way of the brush Discord. Now take your lumps. Aaron Siege, how about Led Belcher for stripper name? Led Belcher. Led Belcher. I don't know. Totem Lord Mephiston Red. Mephiston Red. John J. Kris, Kill Team, talk to me. You in? Kill Team? No, I'm not in. At least I haven't been asked. No, I don't think so, because I think they're going to be starting something, aren't they? Are you talking about like mini wrestling, mini wargaming? Kill Team? I mean, like, I can just grab some Dire Avengers, throw them onto the table, and yeah, I'm in. Sure, I'm in. Yeah, I'm in. Matt Hoser, Drucci Violet. Drucci Violet? Yeah, that's alright. Drucci Violet. Totem Lord, Xandri Dust. Sounds like an old lady stripper. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Xandri Dust. Because Xandri sounds like a nice name. Xandri. Here's my girlfriend, Xandri. Here's my daughter, Xandri. You know, here's my wife, Xandri. It's a nice name. Wonder what it means. Or did the Games Workshop make it up? Is it copyrighted? Probably. Dustin Reeves. Screamer Pink is a good time though. Yeah, it's a good time, yeah. It's a good time. Oh man. Anthony B. THC and CBD is very good for you. You don't have to convince me. Oh man, Logan, the Green Twins, Cyberite and Kabbalite. Lord Crabby, worst stripper name is Led Belcher. What a train wreck that would be. Yeah. Voice of the neighbor, up until you try and climb out the window. Oh, man. CW Criner. Harlequins is just wallpaper. Yeah. Jim White, spades on the wall sounds like a game room. Sure, why not, right? Voice of the neighbor. Oops, sorry, that was LCD. LCD or LSD? Jim White. That's okay, Chris. I've been to Ontario. You have been to Ontario? Cool. Where'd you go? Did you go fishing or something? Hunting? Toronto? Niagara Falls? If you came to Niagara Falls, you had to come visit us. Unless, of course, it was like 20 years ago, then mini wargaming didn't exist. Internet barely existed. Knit Fink kind of tempted me to make a 40k themed house. A model of my house. That would be cool, yeah. Like, I mean, like, because, I mean, like, it would be cool. Because all you're doing is just borrowing color schemes and maybe some thematic type elements, right? Like the skulls, Aquillas, you know what I mean? Things like that. The things that are invariably, you know, 40k-ish, right? But otherwise, just borrow the color scheme. And that's, and when we're talking about color schemes, like you don't know what kind of color scheme to do your Space Marines or Tyranids or whatever, and I tell you, look for inspiration, like elsewhere out there, you know what I mean? Like advertising and, you know, in magazine ads and, you know what I mean? And just look, you know what I mean? Like imagine making a Space Marine chapter based off, like the 40, or not 40K, a Space Marine chapter based off, say, FedEx's colors, right? That light purple and orange with a light white base. Wouldn't that be kind of interesting? Right? I think that'd be kind of fun. Couldn't hurt, right? But yeah, Knitfink, I think if anybody's going to take it to the next stage of visualizing it, it's going to be you, and you definitely have to send pictures. And then if you actually do it to your house, you have to send pictures. If anybody does it to their house, send pictures. Twitchy Kratos is gross. Please welcome on stage, it's Nurgle's Rot. Typhus Corrosion. Ryza Rust. Nilic Oxide. That doesn't sound too bad, Nilic. At least that's the way as I heard that word, Nilic, right? Nilic Oxide? Anyway. Oh, man. I'm skipping past some of the Typhus Corrosion yet. Jim White. I was actually in Thunder Bay, Ontario. Okay. And I was on my honeymoon with my first wife. Cool. With your next wife, did you go to Niagara Falls? And maybe with your third wife, you come to Niagara Falls and you come visit us. Oh, man. Totem Lord. Ryza Rust, the most ginger stripper to walk the earth. That's awful. That's awful. That's awful. You know what? To get this, to try and pull this back into control, let's jump to an email. Headphones. Ready? Let's go. Email time. Email time. And of course, we always thank Guymere Alfur, aka Carl, aka Beard Blood Bowl. That's his YouTube channel. Check him out. It's a lot of fun. If you love your beer, and you love your Blood Bowl, definitely check him out. He's a lot of fun. Have games constantly, all the time. Actually, I don't think he's played any games this week though. But yeah, he's always doing stuff. And of course, we thank him for taking the time to create the jingles for the email segment of this show. This email is from Ben Ellis. This is work in progress. Hello, Monkey Lord and monkeys. This week, I have tried something that has been unpainted and sat on the shelf for a year. It was all super glued up, but a recommendation from another YouTuber, I managed to break it apart with out damage by freezing it first. I struggle with Space Wolves, but here is this week's offering. Kind regards, Ben. Now, Ben, you do realize that you don't have to freeze models. You can just simply use a debonder. Look up Cyraconade debonder. Yeah. It's what I use to break you know. Why is this like this? Hold on. I'm getting confused. Why is that way over there? No, that's not supposed to be like that. It should be like this. No. Like that. No. Oh, maybe it's the orientation of the monitor. Oh, crap. Anyway, can we zoom in on the picture? We can zoom in. Have a look at his paint job. Very nice. Love the color blends. Love the dry brushing. Very, very nice. Nice and clean. Nice work on the fingertips there. I like on the work on the gun barrels. Very good. Yes, good, good, good. I like that little transition you got going on there. That's really nice. Like that. The browns. The browns, it almost looks like you're using an airbrush. Are you using an airbrush for that? Because it doesn't look consistent with like the rest of the dry brushing, and so that's why I'm wondering, like, and if you're using an airbrush for that, why aren't you using an airbrush for everything else? I'm confused. Or is it layered and glazed? I have no idea. Nice. Nice little glow on the las guns. Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. Well, thank you, Ben, for sending that in. Awesome stuff. Really, really cool. Like, it was just, you know, it was just a model I had kicking around, you know, so I figured I'd paint it. This one here is another email. This is from Eric Fountain. Hey guys, this is Lord of the Monkeys. Is there a way to play 40k online against friends? Anything like Roll20 or Fantasy Ground? Thank you for your time, Eric Grumpy Fountain. And so, is there anything that you guys can suggest? The only thing that comes to my mind is Vassal. I don't know if it is strictly legal. I think it's okay because there's something they're not doing as far as copyright, as far as Games Workshop. I know they probably pushed the line pretty close. I don't know. I can't be 100% sure. But as far as playing a game against a friend, yeah, the only thing I can think of is Vassal 40k. Vassal, V-A-S-S-A-L 40k. Yeah. 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 Anybody else? Tabletop Simulator. Oh yeah, I've heard about that one. Yeah. Voice of the Emperor. Tabletop Simulator. That's another one. Because I'm pretty sure that one's a 3D engine, isn't it? Because Vassal's only like a 2D pixel type thing, but Tabletop Simulator, I'm pretty sure that's 3D, right? Dustin Reeves, Tabletop Simulator. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Totem Lord. I hate looking closely at my models because I find all the mistakes I made. Yeah. One way. Now that's to change subjects here. That's actually a good way to get towards painting display or competition type painting. It's taking pictures of your work and then correcting where you see errors. Because yeah, the camera sees things that our eye just sometimes doesn't pick up. You know? Yeah. Dustin Reeves says usually on sale on Steam too. So you can just get it right off Steam. That's Tabletop Simulator. Right? Tabletop Simulator. Yeah, somebody else was telling me about that. It was really cool. I was kind of like, yeah, that's really cool, right? Yeah. But yeah, those are the only ones I can think of. Is Vassal and Tabletop Simulator. Well, I didn't think of Tabletop Simulator. They pointed out. I've been showing it, but I mean, I haven't, you know. What do I know? All right, let's jump to another email real fast. This is from King5555. Hello, and have a nice time reviewing this model. In my next back of photos, there will be Salt and Dust, aged metal, reference material from a day at the beach. This is from King. So let's have a look. Let's have some closer looks at his model. I thought this photo was a little fuzzy to begin with. This pic's a little fuzzy. I mean, despite the fuzziness, looks good. Oh, there we go. Some clarity here. Looking good. You might want to throw another layer of silver on those areas just to reinforce it. You might want to try using darker silvers and then do a lighter silver. Just a suggestion. But very, very cool. And then, of course, he's going to weather it all up. Awesome work, King. Thank you for sending that in. Awesome stuff. Yeah. Oh, he's got another part to his email. Hold on here. It says, just some references of what happens to paint when salt hits for a long time. Dust picked up on the vehicle in a salt environment. Random trailer hitch. Wheel rim turned into a fire pit. Sometimes we just need to have a reference to see what we want to paint. And this is excellent. This is excellent, excellent. And this is something I highly, highly, highly recommend a lot of you guys do. Is look for your inspiration out there. For what kind of weathering you want to see. Because, like, look at this rooftop here. Okay, that's what this is. This is a rooftop. I can't zoom out. But look at how, like, the overhang, and you can see, like, the paint is still fine there. But then you have this dark streak where, like, you know, it's getting corroded, and then of course the paint is getting weathered as the rain's falling. This side here is very little. Look at the streaks running down, just running from the surface. It's not perfectly smooth surfaces anymore. Really, really good. This is excellent, excellent, excellent. And again, I highly, highly recommend a lot of you guys do this. Look at this. This is another excellent example of observing weathering. And a lot of people who've been doing World War II stuff, like the old World War II kits and planes, tanks, stuff like that, they're already well aware of this stuff. Some of you might be vaguely aware of this stuff. This is really what we're trying to emulate when we are painting our miniatures. And look at this. You can see it's got a nice straight, bright color on top, and then how the dust runs down the surface. How would you accomplish this? Especially this effect right here along the this door seam here. But look how the dust gathers up on the upper portion, how it's different. With something like this, I almost would want to do a dry brush and then take like a bit of rubbing alcohol and like with a damp brush and flick down and pull that color off that surface very, very lightly. Like seal it, then dry brush a light dusting, or even use pigment and then just flick that. Some nice little wear and tear on the bit here, just to give us an idea on how corrosion and wear and tear occurs on a vehicle, and you know, things like that. Wheel drum, the rust. Really good observation, man. Good observation, King. Now again, it's implementing what you're looking at, right? Now you could very well just take paints and paint this effect directly to the surface using little oranges, little browns, a little bit of yellows, brown yellows, stuff like that, and just paint this right onto the surface deliberately to achieve this. Of course, you could always build your base color out, and then, you know, add more colors, stipple on with, you know, sponges and stuff like that, and, you know, use various different techniques. Again, it's entirely up to you how you're going to go about it. I think this was just some excellent homework and observational study. I definitely would highly recommend that a lot of you guys out there take a page from his book and go take some pictures of references and stuff like that. And, you know, yeah, Jim White, great references. Dark Mission old churches are good for stone textures. Yes, exactly. Ebb and flow. I just realized the background noise of your fan is giving me low-level anxiety. The kids have been playing Fortnite and PUBG all summer long. It sounds like the prelude to a meltdown. Jim White, dear Kris, do you have any more advice for we who airbrush outside so we can catch some rays and paint, such as use sunscreen, insect repellent, etc.? Yeah, see, I don't paint outside. I wouldn't recommend it because if you're painting in the sun, it's going to dry your paint out faster. You are you know, privy to the wind. I mean, you know, like, yeah. I just really wouldn't do it. I just really wouldn't. But if you got to have some sunscreen on, make sure you're using strong sunscreen, because the rays are powerful these days, burning people alive. Hell, I got burnt 2 weeks ago. I'm still peeling, and I hardly ever peel in my entire life of being in the sun, and of course of my genetic disposition. You know, yeah, very rarely do I peel, and I must have got blasted by sunlight, because man, yeah, you see my neckline. I should have actually had like little stitch lines, make it look like I was attached. Anyway, Totem Lord, imagine if Kris gave us homework each Way of the Brush episode and we had to complete by next week, or we would be banished. No, I would never do that. Maybe more like Fight Club. Maybe do it more like Fight Club, maybe. Okay, no other questions? No other comments? No other silliness? No? Okay. Headphones. Email time. Email time. This is an email from our good buddy Giancarlo, aka... What the hell's, oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. Giancarlo. Yeah, it's, oh my god, what's his handle? Johnny Wraith. There we go. Jeez Louise, man. How can we forget Johnny Wraith? Anyway, hey Kris. So I went through the last email I sent you, and it has been a while. As I mentioned in the show, I have been super busy and a bit discouraged since the 40K community here is becoming non-existent. I've been jumping around several projects because I can never seem to finish a model. Would love to hear what you think. So let's have a look at Johnny Wraith's models. Bang, here is his Death Jester. Let's go switch pictures here. There we go. What do we think? I love the diamond work. I like the transitions of purple in the gun and the cloak. I like that you get a nice bone color on his mask. I even like that little touch you did on the base, where one little rune is glowing. That's kind of interesting. It's, you know, kind of denoting something, right? It's, you know. But I really like it. Looks good. Now, I'm not 100% sure if he is finished or what. Oh, look at the blues on that. That's nice. Very, very nice. I like that. Got some Bone Guardians here. I assume to go with his bone color scheme. If you recall, he did some really nice Wraith Guard that had like a nice blue and bone color. I am not familiar with this model. Who's this model? Either way, this looks like it's some early work in progress. Interesting color scheme. I kind of like how that bold red is just for the helmet. Very, very interesting. I'm not familiar with the model though. Oh, here we go, Dire Avenger. Very, very nice. I think this is still work in progress though, because the gun and the tabard don't look like anything's happened. Or maybe he's done, I have no idea. Very nice, I like the color. Ooh, look at that. Very cool. Yeah, I like that deep cyan with the orange, that red orange. It's a really nice combo. It's really nice. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, here's his Wraith. Oh, and the Guardian. Okay, so that's how the Guardian's going to go, with just a little bit on the gun, a little bit in the eyes. Very cool. Yeah, I like the Wraiths. The Wraiths are just awesome looking. Look at that. I like the dome. That's just so cool. It's very striking. I like how he's got them all weathered up too. Is the Guardian weathered up too? Hard to say. It doesn't look like it. The little gemstones are done though. But yeah, I like how the Wraith has the little chipped armor effect all over the place on him. Just on the boner areas. Very, very cool. More Dire Avenger. All the Dire Avengers. Ooh, look at this. This looks like a superhero. Man, look at this. I like the transition of the sword. I like the little edge highlighting you got going on there. The feathers on the wings, very, very nice. I like the color scheme with the bone and black on the armor, with the little red for his cloak and his sword. Little bits of blue, like the blue gemstone. The blue gemstone looks really great. Very, very nice. As I've said before, I'm always impressed by Johnny Wraith's painting every time he gives us an update. He always manages to impress, and I can always see his progress as a painter, you know, and it's always impressive. Oh, there's still more. Hold on. Anything pressing in the chat? No? Okay. Alright. So here's the second part to his email. This is Imperial Knight. Yeah, probably didn't see this one coming. No, I didn't. So let's have a look. Oh, look at that. He's got a little short. I would assume he's making a Chaos one because he's got spikes busting through the armor here. Very, very cool. Let's switch to this frame. There we go. I like that. That looks cool. Got some metals going on. Looks like he's dry brushing. Is he dry brushing? Yeah, he's dry brushing. Catch those edges. Already starting to throw some weathering on the gun. Oh, this is cool. Oh, look at that. Put some chain. I like the little scratches and stuff. Did you use just an X-Acto blade for that, or do you have like a scriber, like a plastic scriber? As I was thinking about picking one up just for this kind of this kind of thing. Yeah, that looks cool. Ha ha ha. He's walking on Titans. Nice. Just keep that weird kind of bug face on it. I really like your work on this silver. That's really good. Oh, let me see the symbol here. Little hand in the middle. Ha 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 ha. Very, very cool. Oh, I see you got battle damage and spikes elsewhere in the armor too. Oh, look at that. Pretty clever. Got spikes coming out of the legs. Very, very, very cool. That's it. That's it. Well, thank you, Johnny, for sending that in. That's awesome work. The painting is fantabulous. The work on the knight, very, very cool. Awesome stuff. I like the spikes. I think where you have the gouges and stuff like that, I think just a little bit of silver in those points, you know what I mean? Just to kind of show that there are deep gouges in the metal. I think, you know, really kind of bring those kind of things out. You can even add like rust streaks if they've been there for a while. Maybe even blood, I don't know. Make it all chaosified. Chaosified? Chaosified? I don't know. Either way. What time we at here? We are at 20 minutes left of the show. Any questions, comments? Yeah, that looks stunning. Chaos, fun. Voice of the Emperor. Chaos. Fun until you forget about the spikes. Yeah. Exactly. Go to pick up the model. Ow. Ow. Dark Elder the same way too. You pick them up and ow. Frickin' spikes. Yeah. Everything's still going good. Yeah. Streams are still running. The stream looks good to me. Good to me. Everything's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so no pressing questions. Let's jump to another email segment then. Right? Yes? No? No? Maybe? Yeah? No? Yeah? No? Question? No? You had a question? Question? You had a question? Dark Commission. I'm close to finishing the man bust, the man king bust. Hopefully email in time for next week. My hobby area has been close to 40 degrees, so getting an hour or so a day. Yeah, that's tough. Oh man, it's tough. So last couple weekends when I was doing I was just farting around on Facebook. Man, it was hot even down in my basement, man. And I'm trying to work here and just. Oh, reminder. After the show today, give me about an hour after the show. All you patrons, we are going to continue on with our paint along. We're going to continue on today. Okay? So today, about an hour after the show. Join me on Discord. All you patrons who want to join in, join me on Discord. And, yeah. Right? Right. Today, yeah, because I said, because we'd probably do it today. We'll do it today. It's like I'm trying to fling a boogie off my finger or something, kind of. Oh, I just flicked my splat. Anyway. Totem Lord, gotta go. Curry time. Have fun, monkey boys. Later. And girls. Voice of the Emperor. There is a request further up from me. What? A request. A request? A request. Voice of the Emperor, Kris. I've been talking about getting my Ultramarines done so I could send you pics. Still haven't gotten around to it. Set me a deadline to motivate my backside to get it done. Okay, get it done? Well, I want to see them done before October. October 1st, or whatever show is in October. The first show of October, I want to see. But before then, let's say 3 weeks from now, so say August, you know, the middle week of August. Okay, I want to see some progress. Give me a work in progress of some base coats and, you know, stuff like that, right? Yeah. John J. Kris. Where can I grab a Way of the Brush t-shirt? Oh my god, oh my god. Way of the Brush t-shirt? You grab them at wayofthebrush.com. Click t-shirts. Bang, you're there. You can get this design, which is the classic design, or you can get the little monkey fella. The little fella. You can get him. Any color you want. Any color of the rainbow. Any color. Let's do another email. Because we can. And... yeah. Headphones. Or maybe not. Maybe headphones. Email time. Email time. And of course, we thank Guymere Alfer, aka Carl, aka Beer Bubble, for the email segment, for taking the time out of his busy, busy day to make those jingles for us. This is from Matt, aka Drukari. Ferrari. Excuse me. Dear highest and holiest lords of monkeys, king of apes, guru of the brush. It has been quite some time, but I have completed a few random projects for the monkeys and yourself to critique. They have all been quite fun to paint. Let me know your thoughts. Also, one random question for you. If you were on death row, what would your last meal be? Oof. That's grim. That's grim, Matt. That's grim. We're finding out a lot about Matt today. My last meal? Oh, man. I think it would be some sort of sea. I think it would be a lot of lobster, crab, shrimp. I think I'd like to have like a big Cajun crawfish meal. I'd love to try one of those, yeah. If I don't get to it by the time I'm on death row. And why the hell would I be on death row? Am I a hardened criminal? Am I some sort of deviant? Possibly. Anyway, here's Matt's. I believe this is his Archon. I really love how he does these helmets. This is really, really cool. There's little hexagonal patterns in there. I really, really like. It goes really nicely with this color scheme. The dark green, the bone. It's really, really cool. All the skulls. From the side, the pattern almost has like a brain-like look. Ooh, got some freehand symbols in the back. Very cool. Yeah, I really dig how he does that hexagonal look in the helmets. I might borrow that sometime too. Yeah, Matt. Matt, I certainly hope you're not a hardened criminal, Kris. Yeah, Matt, I'm totally gonna steal this helmet idea off you at some point. For something. For some project. I have no idea what. Very, very cool. Matt, mold lines. Ooh, look at this. Oh, look at the sail. Dude, how long did it take you to do that sail? Oh my god. I gotta fix this. I gotta get this sitting properly. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Bear with me a second here, folks. I'm just gonna see if I can monkey with this here. No, that didn't do squat for me. I'll switch resolutions later. I think that's what it is. It's the resolution's off on this side. I mean, I could. No, I can't. I could, but I can't. Matt says, many hours to do the sail. Yeah, I'll bet. Man. I really like the color scheme though. It's really nice. It's a deep green, almost with the bright green edges and the bright orange. The sails is just that patterning on the sail just really gives it almost that insect kind of quality, you know. Very, very cool. Nice and clean. Looks like some nice smooth paint job. You didn't bring these to Adepticon last year, did you? Did you? Did you? That's really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. There was a part 2, isn't there? Yeah, it's part 2. Here we go. So here's part 2. Matt says, it's nicer in real life. I painted it super thick, so it actually has hexagonal texture. Oh, really? Really? Hexagonal texture. I like the blades. I like the gold. It's nice and clean. Let's have a look at the blade. Look at that. See that nice little electricity pattern going on. Gold looks nice and shiny. Yeah. Nice work on the shield. Nice highlights in the hair. Painting gemstones? Yeah, we're painting gemstones. Now, if I may ask, is this basically Retributor spray? Give it a shade wash of Reichland Flesh Shade Gloss, maybe? And then give it a quick dry brush of Griffin or even Sienna? Is that how we're doing these, Matt? I'm just curious. Because like overall, it's like nice and clean, nice and sharp. The gold is nice and lustrous. You've managed to preserve that while keeping all the the little shadows. So I'm just curious. What was like your process for this, right? What was your process? Because like I don't see any dulling of the metallics, so it makes me think you used the gloss variety of shade wash. Or did you just simply use a deeper color? Again though, very nice work on the sword. Overall, really nice and clean. Nice look to the models. Oh, we even got a, what was this, Grey Knight? Nice work on the sword, I like that. Nice transition. Nice transition through here. That actually looks like you did it by hand, eh? Yeah, that looks like hand blending. Did you two-brush blend that, or is that glazing? It's really nice. Got a little OSL in the eyeballs. Nice freehanding on the banner here, looks like. Very, very cool. Matt says it's Retributor Gold, Reichland Flesh Shade, and then he paints the Retributor Gold back on. Oh, okay, and then highlights in Liberator Gold, then Arc Armor Gold, then a little bit of Stormhost Silver. Wow, that's a lot. Nice work on the OSL. I think I would have reversed the colors so that you're getting brighter closer to the eye. You can still have that dark line separating the lens. That's fine. But yeah, I would have had it darker, coming brighter. Or brighter, becoming darker. That's what you've got going on here. I wouldn't have applied it up here because realistically the light would not have gotten there. But on this surface, it's very logical for the light to play across this surface. And in fact, that probably would have given a much more sinister kind of look. Yeah, I wouldn't have bothered with the highlights up here. And I probably would have gone this level of brightness in the eye, or on the edges here, right in the eye. So this bright edge along the lens would have been along there, but I still would have had that dark line separating the lens and this bit of the helmet, and it would have went brighter to darker outwards. And I wouldn't have bothered with that. Oh, Matt says it's a two-brush blend on the sword. Well, very nice blending. That's very nice. Very, very good. That's some good work. Yeah, I like how you got the nice contrast there. Really, really good. Oh, is that it? Aw, that's it. Aww. Well, thank you, Matt, for sending that in. Awesome work, man. Yeah, just on that gray night, the OSL, it can always be a bit tricky, but because the eye would be bright, and it'd be brighter closest to the eye and get darker outwards, right? And I wouldn't have bothered putting the color up here. I'd have left that just the bare metal. And it would have given the model a much more sinister look because all that coloring would have been brighter in towards the eye and it would have faded outwards. Those kind of things are good opportunities for practicing glazing, for doing like OSL on eyes and stuff like that, and OSL on objects and stuff. Those are actually good opportunities for practicing glazing because you have to break the color down to a really thin consistency, and then you know, and you only have to practice in a small little area. Now you kind of have to have a good clear idea of what you're going to do. So for example, like say if it's a red glow, you're going to start off with say a deeper red and build to a slightly brighter red, almost to an orange, you know. You kind of have to have those ideas, but again, those kind of come with practice and time. Always remembering that light travels in a straight line. Well, technically it's a wave, but it travels in a straight path. If we're going to get technical. But otherwise, Matt, that was fantastic work, man. The custode looked awesome. The gold was just so rich and everything like that. And of course, your Dark Eldar just looked fantastic. Those sails, the helmet, it blows me away. I'm totally gonna rip off that idea. Don't worry, I will. Don't you worry. You sit easy, Matt. I'm totally gonna borrow that idea. Borrow. Any pressing questions? No, because I don't know what the heck we're talking about over there, so we're not gonna get into it. Oh, shoot. Matt Baptiste, is it Batiston? Batiston? Either way, let's stick with Matt. Thanks for the critique. I gotta fix those eyes. Yeah, you'll notice a drastic change, and it'll seem a little bit more sinister. Yeah, borrow. Look at this great thing I came up with. Me. Oh, me. What time are we at here? Holy crap, we got 4 minutes left of the show. There's no other questions pressing, so we are going to bang out another email or two. Yeah, we might go a little bit past. Oh, Jim Boy's got a question now. Kris, have you ever painted models outside during the day for natural light? No, because most of the time the light I'm using, it's a pure white light. It's about the 5000K range of light. If you're looking at the light bulbs, if it can produce 5000K, 55 or lower, anywhere around that, it gives you a much more natural white light. Not natural, but I mean, the sun is obviously a natural white light. But you also used to be able to get tungsten bulbs that produced daylight. Like they were called daylight bulbs. They were good for like growing plants and stuff like that. Grow ops, we would use them all the time, but we're not doing grow up stuff. So, but I used to paint under that all the time. But the only thing is, those tungsten gets really, really hot. Whereas like these lights, man, I can have that right up to my face, and it's fine. I'm not bothered by it because there's like next to no heat. But yeah, and the painting outside for good light, sure. I mean, yeah, that's going to be really great light. But I mean, you're probably better off being somewhere in the house next to the window where that light is kind of coming in and working there. Of course, you're kind of subject to the light though, because the light, you know, obviously the sun moves, and so that light is going to move around the room, and you know what I mean. So yeah, there's always your pros and cons. Pros and cons, man. Pros and cons. Matt Hoser, you'll see a ton of those bulbs on sale in Canada starting October, I'll bet. Probably. Woohoo! We can grow your own stuff. You can. In Canada, we can grow our own stuff. You're probably like, growing your own what? What, vegetables? No, not vegetables. Apples? No, not apples. Marijuana? Yes. Dark Commission. My lamps are 65K and are from B&Q UK. They're LED, but they look like normal bulbs. We're about £6 each. Wow, that's like $12 Canadian, man. You pay for a British pound, you just double it for Canadians, whatever the value is. Yeah, roughly double. But yeah, awesome. Matt Hoser, vegetables, devil's lettuce, Jim White, wheat. Well, you're in Idaho, Jim, so I assume you're growing wheat. Immediately, Idaho, I'm just thinking, just immediately like farm boy type stuff. And I know it's a stereotype. I know. What time we got here? Holy man, we got 1 minute left to show. Yeah, let's do another email. Headphones. Email time. Email time. And of course, we always have to thank Guy Mir Alford, aka Carl, aka Beer Blood Bowl, for taking the time to create those jingles we all know and love. This is from Jan or Yan? I'm gonna say Yan. Hey Chris, sorry about my bad English. It's not my mother tongue. I'm about to buy my first GW Age of Sigmar miniatures, and I'd like your help with choosing the right paints for me. What I'm looking for are paints that give you a good feeling when you're working with them. As in, it feels good. I hope that's not what he means. I think I know what he means. You know, life if you start out in an activity that needs a tool and you bought a bad one and using it is a chore since it doesn't work very well. When much later you bought the same tool from a different company that just works for you, which makes using it actually feel good. Man, what a long sentence. Yes, it is. So, can you recommend any particular brand? Maybe brushes too, as in what kind? Plus, if you have a favorite company, think one is better for beginners than others. No airbrush anytime soon. For me, quality, usability is much more important than price, so don't be afraid to recommend expensive paints like Citadel, even though they cost much more than, for example, Army Painter paints, if you think they're better. On the other hand, if I were to get the best paints for less money, that's fine too. So far, people on the interwebs seem to like Citadel, Army Painter, and Vallejo. Do you prefer any of these and think any of these would be best for a total noob? Or is there maybe another brand you would recommend? Thank you and have a great day. P.S. Should you answer that question in Way of the Brush, please answer via mail as well. I don't always have time to watch the full episode. Yan. So, to answer your question, Yan, yeah, what colors feel good? What paints feel good? Really, that is a difference. Like say craft store brand paints, which can feel kind of chalky and watery at the same time when it doesn't feel quite right. And they're often designed for paperwork and canvas and stuff like that. And so I really wouldn't recommend them. Although, don't get me wrong, I have seen miniatures painted using those paints, and the artist did really great work with them. And so, it's not that you can't do good work with those paints, but if you're just starting out, I really wouldn't recommend them. Even though they are, you get a lot for your dollar, I really wouldn't recommend them. Is there any particular brand? I would recommend Citadel because it's often at every hobby store. Next I would offer is Scale 75. I really enjoy Scale 75 paints. Now there are a whole whack ton of paint lines. Even one that I've been really kind of getting impressed with lately is Mig Ammo. Mig Yemez. I mean, is it Yemez or Jimez? Anywho, the ammo line, they have a paint line that probably rivals Vallejo. Vallejo and MiG seem to have the most colors available in their paint lines. They produce the most colors. And so, and MiG probably is comparable to Vallejo in breadth of color range. Scale 75 has got some really fantastic colors. They're good for brush and airbrush, but you're just more concerned with brushwork, and that's fine. The colors are nice and smooth. They cover fantastically. I love the metallics that you get from their line. The metallics are really, really awesome because they also offer colored metallics. Greens, purples, blues, reds. Reds being a really hard one to master as far as metallics are concerned. So I would definitely recommend either Citadel or Scale 75. As for brushes, I would definitely recommend Citadel's brushes. There's nothing wrong with those brushes. You do pay a little bit, but good sable-haired brushes you're going to end up paying a lot for anyway. I don't mind sable hair or synthetic brushes. They're good for certain things like gluing duties and things like that. And yeah, but otherwise I would stick with sable-haired brushes, as often they will have better draw. Now, mind you, if you're just starting out, you're not too concerned with how well colors are thinned out, but that's something that you'll probably quickly develop as you learn more about your painting and your painting habits and what you like, and you know how you like to apply paint and everything like that. But I think that those discoveries are best discovered for yourself. You can't be told what you really like. I can offer really good suggestions, but ultimately it's up to you. Well, as I said, I mean, I wouldn't use craft paints to paint my models, but I've seen good paint jobs painted using craft paints. So what do I know? It's personal preference. Every artist is different. Every artist has a particular way of wanting getting things done, whether they be more efficient or not. But again, that's everybody's journey, and I think everybody should go through that journey, you know, kind of a trial by fire kind of thing, you know, discovering what paints really work best for you, what brushes feel good to you. You know, these are all personal and subjective things, because again, like I said, it's subjective. Every paint line is different and offers different kind of qualities to the paint, and again, you know, it is subjective. So yes, I will send you an email again as soon as I'm done the show. I will write a similar response out what I just said. But otherwise, maybe I'll just point you to the end of this show, because it should be easy to find. But anywho, hopefully at the end that helps. And yeah, so yeah, right. Jim White, my recommendation for transferring paint to a paint palette, especially a wet palette, is a very cheap plastic paintbrush with synthetic bristles that are difficult to damage and are cheap. Yes, I use an old beater brush, an old beat-up brush, and that's the one that I use to transfer paint from my paint pots to the palette. You know, when I'm doing airbrushing with the Citadel colors in the paint pots, I use a pipette. You know, yeah, but again, it's all subjective as far as brushes and paints and what's the best. And you know, especially when you're just starting out, you're not gonna know. You know, the two are gonna feel fairly similar. You're not gonna know, and that's fine. You know, again, we all experience it differently, and I think every artist should experience it on their own and really delve into it, especially if you really are passionate about getting to painting and learning this, and you know, wanting to do this. Definitely, it's your way of kind of earning your place in the painting world, is going through that trial of fire. You know, I mean, some people say, well, Army Painter's a really great color, you know, really great paint line. Well, I like it over Citadel, and you know what I mean, because I like this quality over it, and you know what I mean. And so when people start talking about it, you can speak intelligently about it, right? So yeah. Totem Lord, whoa, we're still alive? Why, should we all be dead? Is it the rapture? We all gonna get judged? Just got back, lucky me. Yeah, I'm ending the show right now just because I got back. Old Man Logan, if you will be painting a lot of GW models, using Citadel colors is good because you can easily find out what colors were used for a given piece, and you might see in a White Dwarf or GW box art. Exactly, and that's the kind of thing GW wants to do, right? So Age of Sigmar, right? If Buddy Yan is getting into Age of Sigmar, you might want to pick up Citadel colors because, again, you're going to want to duplicate those effects early on, especially if you're new to this, and you're going to want to duplicate that. So why not pick up the Citadel colors? There's nothing wrong with Citadel colors. You pay a premium price for per volume, but you're also paying for those guides, right? Those color guides that they provide. Do they charge you for it? On the YouTube channel, do they charge you for those videos that they put up, those videos on how to paint everything? No, they don't. What pays for it? That premium price tag. That's what pays for it. So, I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Of course, tune in next week. Although next week, because I'm on holidays right now, so I might not do a show next weekend. I might, or maybe I'll wait till Sunday to do it. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. Sometimes I'm really fickle, right? So, I kind of just do whatever I want, and if I don't feel like doing a show, I don't do it. So again, thank you guys tuning in. Did I look at your email? Did I look at your email? No, I didn't. Yours will be covered next week. Yes, yours will definitely. Your email will be covered definitely in the next show. I know you sent it a little bit ago, but patience. Oh, you only sent it like 4 days ago, dude. I'm a little bit behind on the emails, just a hair, but that's okay. So if you're commission painting service, you're brand new to the hobby, you want some help with the color scheme, or you just, flat out want to show off what you're working on, send your pictures to kris@email.com. Of course, send the pictures as attachments. Don't send them as links to other locations, because I hate that. It's annoying. Yeah. Of course, you can always join us on wayofthebrush.com. That's links to other locations and social media, such as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And of course, it also links to the Discord, which, we're always talking on the Discord and having laughs and such. And so join us on Discord. Discord's been fantastic. I'm glad I started Discord because it's just been fantastic. And yeah, so wayofthebrush.com is the place to be. Excuse me. Want a Way of the Brush t-shirt? Look, you want to look awesome? Get a Way of the Brush t-shirt. Of course, you can get the classic design, or you can get the design of the little monkey there, and get whatever colors you want. T-shirts, I'm pretty sure I have them available for you. You can get them in whatever color you want. And they all help the cause. Of course, the patrons. I want to thank my patrons for supporting and helping out. And again, their contributions definitely help make this show better, and they also help keep certain things running. And so, yeah, I always want to give a big shout out to my patrons. And of course, after this show, join me on Discord, patrons, because we're going to continue our paint along today, right after the show. Well, not right after the show. Give me about an hour. But join me on Discord, because then we'll confab and, we'll coordinate and, we'll figure it all out and all that. And yeah, so, yeah, some other great comments here talking about our light bulbs and such. I'm glad now that YouTube is also keeping the comments these days too. That's really fantastic. So you can come back in and read these comments and see what everybody was talking about. It's just fantastic. So again, take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you. I'll see you guys later. And of course, I'll see some of you in Discord. So, yeah. Discord. Go home. Get out of the chat. What are you guys, a bunch of weirdos? Go find another server to go troll on. Bunch of trolls.